is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here, ready and willing. Definitely videos on Shinobi Strikers earlier today, and I got to thinking on how certain jutsus would be awesome if they brought it in. And I think it's definitely possible for them to bring it in, considering the fact that certain game modes and everything else that they have, and certain other abilities that they've shown in past videos. Now, in the original actual gameplay trailers and release trailers of Shinobi Strikers, they actually showed several key factors and several things that, were more than just, capture the flag. One of the game modes was where you're, fighting against bosses. You're fighting against giant toads, giant snakes, tailed beasts. You were fighting against Susanoo, different versions of a Susanoo. So, I mean, how awesome would it be if they actually did bring it in, like how in Xenoverse 2, how they had the giant Namekian, and how the giant Namekian could use that transformation and get big, and use that as an advantage in the game to, get one up on other people. But of course, because they transform, they can't use any of their abilities, but they're limited to what they're given as in the giant form. Well, what if the same thing happens with, summoning jutsus, Susanoo, and a few others? Well, I think the way it could definitely work, and I can definitely see them doing it, would be with the fact of the matter is if they play it out just like how they did with Xenoverse with the transformation of, the Namekian. Now, with the fact that they've actually shown us the fact that Choji can come jumping, well, it kind of seems like he came jumping in. Technically, I think that's what his ultimate jutsu is his body expansion jutsu, but what they do is he comes in and he just drops down. Now, also, like I was gonna say, is I think it also will depend on certain game mode you choose. Because I mean, if you're in a team of 4, right, and you're doing capture the flag or something, of course they're not gonna allow you to summon, Kurama or someone else, or giant frog, giant snake, whatever, and play along with 4 other people, and another 4 other people ain't gonna work out. Now, I think what they would do is if there's like a team of 2 or a one-on-one fight, and you're doing that, it would definitely work. I can definitely see it working, and the way that would work out is you'd actually be able to summon the actual tailed beast, creature, Susanoo, whatever, and fully actually be able to do it. Now, when you're actually playing with other people, like it's a 4-on-4 and everything else like that, I think it would be a good activation technique, meaning like, you summon Kurama, and instead of like his full form coming out, it's just like the chakra version that comes out and shoots like, a tailed beast bomb or some shit, right? That would be good. It spits like a big old water thing or air thing, or comes in and uses a sword, depending on which toad you bring in, whatever. And it'd be awesome if with the summonings, you can actually customize your summonings to the point to where, depending on how it comes out, you can actually add in certain attacks that the summoning's allowed to do. Whether it is a jutsu that you're summoning, such as, the Susanoo, whether you're using weapons, or you're maybe using certain kind of like techniques, like if you're using Sasuke, certain Susanoo, to where he's shooting the fucking chakra bolts out of a crossbow on his arm, or maybe gigantic fucking fireballs, you know what I mean, something like that. And like I said, it would have to deal with 1-on-1 or 2-on-2 fights, because it would be almost impossible to have 8 people on a map who will probably be summoning something or something of that nature, and holy god, it would crash the game probably. So that wouldn't work, but I can definitely see it 1-on-1, 2-on-2 definitely happening, because those kind of fights will, those kind of game modes will allow that to happen. So I can see that happening. And I think that they should definitely have tailed beasts, and this is how the tailed beasts would work, right? If you're gonna be able to summon a tailed beast or have the power of a tailed beast, because as anyone who's watched Naruto from the beginning all the way to the end, especially to Shippuden, then we know that there's at least been a few other beings out there who had not only the chakra of a tailed beast, but the ability to actually summon a physical manifestation of that tailed beast. Now, I'm using one of the most famous ones, and that's Naruto and his dad. Naruto and his dad can both do the fusion with Kurama. They're both able to actually summon a gigantic chakra version of Kurama and everything else. So, I think it'd be awesome if, you know, whichever tailed beast you want, right? You have to go to that person, you have to get them to train you first, get them to mentor you then, and then after, you know, you trained and you've gotten stronger and everything, you reach a certain level or a certain kind of point after having them mentor you, they then take you to the side, they train with you one more time, you do whatever kind of mission or whatever, much like with Xenoverse, and then at the end of it, the reward is they bestow upon you a portion of their tailed beast chakra, which then can manifest inside you and then form your own tailed beast. Now, of course, your own version of that tailed beast. I think it'd be cool to be able to have like a semi-different color, because if you look at Kurama, and at least at Naruto's Kurama and his dad's Kurama, they both had somewhat different fur color. Not too much different, but it was somewhat different. So it would be awesome if that's actually available, because being able to do that, and then also, like, let's say whatever summon you do and or tailed beast you do, that's the kind of techniques you would use as that summoning. So like, if you were to summon the Ford Tail, the magma monkey, as I'm gonna call it, but everyone knows that's Son, you know, but instead of using anything else, you can either use melee abilities and or maybe like a lava technique or two. And that's it. Nothing like overpowered to the point to where they have the same amount of abilities as other ninja, because that wouldn't be fair. But I think that's how, you know, the tailed beasts would work. And being able to, you know, do a boss fight after reaching a certain level and going in and fighting against that particular boss that you want to summon, such as, you know, maybe it's a giant snake, maybe it's a frog, maybe it's a bird, a shark, something, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to be able to summon, you have to go and fight that creature, win that creature one-on-one. Has to be a one-on-one kind of fight. And then, depending on how you do, they will sign a contract that allows you to summon them. And then there you go. That's how a summoning would be able to work. That's, I mean, if I can think of it, I know they, you know, they thought the same way I did when it came to this game and everything else, because it would be really awesome to actually be able to have a one-on-one fight with like a rival of yours in this game, and like you two be like fucking Hashirama Senju and fucking Madara Uchiha just fucking going out at it like full force. I mean, oh, it'd be sick. And as you can see, I'm a fan of Naruto. I've been watching it since the beginning. Now, I hope this was helpful for pretty much anyone out there who might be, you know, stoked about the game. Now, this wasn't like really technically talking about anything that is going to be in the game. This is something I kind of want in the game. This is something I hope is in the game. And this is explaining how it could work in the game if, you know, anyone would ever have a thought process, oh no, that wouldn't work, or oh, that's broken, or that, no. Because I mean, it would be broken. Especially if it works out by certain levels. When you reach a certain level, like, you know, you go from, you know, being in the academy, doing some missions, doing whatever you need to, become a full-fledged ninja, a genin, and then from a genin to a chunin, from a chunin to a jonin, from a jonin to a special jonin, or whatever, and then from that on up to the ranks, and with each rank you gain, opens up a new level of abilities you can learn, not new chakra, but new jutsus. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I also believe that the way that they should do it is they should make it to where, as you level up, you're able to put certain perk points onto certain things, like chakra regeneration, or the amount of chakra you have, your health, your strength, or maybe your taijutsu ability, your ninjutsu ability, shit like that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that, because, I mean, why not? You know what I mean? But anyways, I hope everyone enjoys this video. I hope everyone has a great day, great night, great evening, all that great shit. You know exactly what I mean. Catch me for my next one. Later, guys.